Beep, 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 beep. Yes, we're here at Township at the soccer celebration for the Tallahassee Soccer Club with the head coach, Coach Bruno. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Great, and you're here with your family. I just saw your little youngsters. How many children you got there?
I got 3 kids. I got a
family. I didn't realize it.
7-year-old, 4-year-old, and 2-year-old.
Great, great. They look very healthy, so you must feed them well at home.
Yeah, no, we're lucky and blessed.
Okay. Now, you've had a fantastic season. I'm sorry to see you didn't make it past the first round of the playoffs. Could you tell us about that game? Go back to that game and tell us about that a little.
Yeah, definitely. We were on the road in. Where were we at?
You went to Louisiana, didn't you?
Yeah, it was far away. It was 9-10 hours, so it was a long trek.
So it was a long bus ride, eh?
It was.
You had to get up early in the morning?
We broke it into 2 days, so we took some on that Friday night and made the rest of the trip Saturday morning. Game-wise, we didn't play our best game, and we still had a chance to win. They were very organized. They were a good team.
Yeah, they had a good left back, didn't they?
They had a left back, a left winger, and their forward was a handful. Big, tall, pacey type of striker. A little unlucky.
Yeah.
Any other night, maybe we have different luck, but we give up 8 goals all year, and you give up 4 in one game. And
wow.
Maybe one of their goals they created and earned, but the other 3 maybe we helped them create, and credit to them for scoring, but it's uncharacteristic of us.
Well, it was a tough game here. You were down 2-1 at the halftime, and you came back and you tied them 2-2, right? The second half.
Had them 2-2. We hit the post, and then we had 2 or 3 other good chances that just didn't go our way. Against the run of play, they scored late and then opened us up, and they got another one. We were able to get one back in overtime, but right after that happened, it blew the whistle. Yeah.
The game was already done and dusted.
Especially with the minute and a half it took to take the penalty.
Was you happy with the refereeing on that game?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they played any bearing or part in the outcome of the game. You can always go and say this or that, maybe 1 or 2 calls, but overall they called a consistent game that didn't favor either team.
I would say a tremendous achievement this year. Inaugural season, first time round. I thought they made a great job picking the right man for coaching. Are you going to be coaching next season?
I would hope so. I mean, we're already talking about next year and planning on how do we build on the little bit of success we had and not be happy just being complacent, and continue to move forward and try to build a team that can go even further next year.
Great. Well, we really hope that you can be the coach. I think they got the best coach in Tallahassee with you. Who's this? You'll find.
This is my son, Easton. Easton, can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi, Easton. How are you?
Good.
What's your name? How old are you?
7.
7, and this is your dad?
Yeah.
Are you proud of your dad?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So you're going to be like him someday? You're going to be like your dad?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, well done, Easton. Hey, let's give me a bump. All right, good job. Back to Coach Bruno.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Si. I'll be in touch.
Your coaching style, how would you define your coaching style?
Much like I play. I'm very energetic.
Right. You've got the most incredible calf muscles I've ever seen. I've never seen any bigger calf muscles.
A little bit ago, somebody asked me, do our guys play that energetic on purpose? And by default, I think they do, because
you're a very energetic player then, so you like to see that from your players.
I get the ball, the first thing I want to do is, can we score a goal? So it's very direct in that sense. And then when we don't have the ball, I want it back. So we design our guys to be able to play at a high intensity for a elongated amount of time.
So if you could model yourself after another famous coach, who would that coach be? Jurgen Klopp?
Yeah, I wish I had that sort of expertise and insight into the game.
You're still learning as a coach, aren't you?
I am.
Is that the way you feel that you're still developing as a coach?
I do. I want to learn every day. I don't feel like I'm ever going to stop learning. I can learn from the recreation U6 coach as much as I can learn from the national team coach if I'm willing to be coachable, teachable myself. And that's kind of how I live by. So
having a modest outlook.
Right. And I mean, like you said, my coach's style, I just want to how I play.
Right. And I've seen you play, and incredible play. You got low center of gravity. Your height is what, 5 foot,
Right.
5 foot 5?
5 foot 5, right.
5 foot 5. So, what are some of the things that you've learned as a coach, coaching this team this year?
Having to coach different ages and different abilities from the guys who have been at a professional or semi-professional level, and the guy who's going into college for his freshman year, having to learn how to be able to get the message to this guy or this guy based on their background. And that's something I've never had to do.
You was a professional before, right?
Right, exactly. So trying to tell somebody who's probably been in an incredible environment with such genius minds, or surrounded by numerous people like that, is hard to say. Am I going to be able to teach him something he hasn't known already? And the comforting thing was that we are. So it's such a universal language that even the guys who learn at the top level, if they're willing to be coached, can learn from anybody. And I think that's the first thing we try to do with our players is you got to be willing to learn and accept that I don't know it all.
Yeah, right. And your assistant coach is Tony Boyles. And how important do you think that relationship is?
I was so lucky to be able to have Tony agree to help us. He's about the highest licensed coach in this radius. His knowledge to the game is as good as anybody I know, and then he's got the playing background, where he's a player's coach. So he's taken the route from college in the U.S., played professionally overseas. He's brought that expertise back here, and he's able to give it to our players. And our personalities are similar but different. So we mesh very well with the way we see things, and then how our demeanor is with the guys. We can be the good cop, the bad cop, or whatever role we need to play.
Okay.
So I am forever grateful to be able to have him help us.
Would you think it's fair to say that you're the kind of quieter coach, whereas Tony's more of a vocal coach?
We both have our moments, and what's unique is we're both passionate about different things. So at any time, if you touch on one of our passions, you're going to get the bear out of me or him. At the same time, you could get the nice kitty cat who is empathetic and who can see what you're going through.
Okay.
So having guys like that, I think it helps benefit the guys around us because they know they're going to get the best of both guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, buddy. Yes, man. Good luck. We'll be in touch.
The players, they seem to respect you and they like you, and there's a fine line between being liked and being respected.
Right.
Right, and that's one of the things I guess you work on. You think about at nighttime.
Right.
You like kind of wake in the morning time and come up with some good ideas of what I'm going to be doing with the team?
I'm constantly thinking. You can't control when you start thinking about a good idea or something that could help. So it's hard to say I'm going to think this time about this and designate this time. So it's kind of just a full
not
circle
necessarily
thing.
you can implement your ideas and it's how far you can go with the implementation.
Correct. How much time do I have with the guys?
So are you kind of relieved to have a little extra time to yourself because you're heavily involved with the Florida Elite?
Right, and that starts here in a couple of weeks, so it is nice to have a little downtime, and then it's I didn't get to say it, but having coached these men are going to help me coach these kids. Because if I can get through to these men, I can get through to that kid who maybe 8 months ago I wouldn't be as eager to try to get through, where, hey, maybe I just need to take this route instead.
What do you think is the most important thing you can coach to a player?
It's a really good question. So it's decision making. Decision making 100%. You've got to have the skill, and then you got to have the tactical knowledge. But before any of those, you have to make the right decisions in the right moment. So I tell my younger players now to watch soccer as much as you can, and watch it to learn from it, not watch it to see the ball go from point A to point B. See why it went there, and why it worked or why it didn't work. How could you fix it if you were in that position?
And you have a psychologist on the team, I hear. What's his name?
So Lou and Kate are sports psychologists who are FSU grad students who just graduated. So they come help the guys understand about the pressure and the anxiety, and then how to deal with the hierarchy within a team, the roles that different people play, and then the visualization of how that can help you be successful.
That's what very involved with decision making.
100%.
Right?
So
whether to give up the ball or hold the ball, or
do I use this part of my foot, this part of my foot? Do I take another touch? Do I step or do I drop? So it's something
being composed too, not like treating the ball like a hot potato.
Right. And in the USA for so long we've always taught the why do we do something, when do we do something, how do we do something, but we're never really showing them actual purpose and the meaning of why we're doing it. And I think that decision-making process is becoming a more popular idea among youth coaches that will hopefully turn out better players who are comfortable on the ball. They don't panic, they don't give it away. They can solve problems within the game. That's what soccer is. A series of problems that the ultimate.
It's also having a stamina to make the duration of 90 minutes too.
Right.
So how much of your focus is on fitness and nutrition?
So we spend a lot of time with the guys, educating them about what they need to be eating and how they need to be resting, recovering, recuperating. And luckily a lot of them have been in collegiate or professional environments where they know the ins and outs of what to do and the importance of that.
And as far as stamina and fitness goes, what would be a coaching tip for players out there?
I would say to play the game as much as you can. Let that be your fitness, let that be the teacher. Play as much unstructured soccer as you can. Street soccer. The guys older than you, bigger than you.
Or taking the ball out.
No referees.
Right.
Where they're going to knock you down and you got to figure it out yourself.
Right, and taking the ball out on the field and shooting on goal in your spare time and juggling the ball and
playing as much as you can. Doing something that is going to improve you, whether that's with the ball, whether that's watching the game, whether that's out running, whether that's lifting weights. Something that you can tangibly hold and say, this is making me a better soccer player.
Do you train in your spare time?
Luckily, through my ability coaching multiple teams and ages, I regularly get enough.
Okay, great. And let's see, anything else? So for next season, you hope to be the head coach again, and you hope to take it to the next level by winning the league again, and maybe getting through that first, second round, and hopefully winning the league. But is there any other thing that you hope that will happen in the next season here in Tallahassee as far as the team as a whole goes?
I hope we can just get the word out and more people realize that we do have a team here and they can come out and support. I don't know if everybody really knows that we exist here. And so I think hopefully next year we can spread the word and get a bigger blueprint of
Bigger
who's
fan base.
watching us. Yes. So I think if you do come out, you're going to enjoy it. It's a good atmosphere. It's
And you
fun.
hope to have a home stadium.
We're working on where we'll be playing our games next year, whether it's going to be here again or what other options we do have. But that is a big part of the game day experience, is making sure people can enjoy themselves. That's definitely something we want to be aware of and continue to provide to the fans that are willing to come out.
Great. Well, Josh Bruno, I want to congratulate you on a very successful season.
I appreciate the
Sorry you
support.
didn't win the whole thing, but hopefully next year you can make that happen.
We got a lot more information now moving forward to next year.
Great. All right, Josh.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.